Hey everybody, welcome back to episode 10 of Lands of Legend. As always, Rock here. Um, did a little bit of stuff in between last episode and this episode. Went back to the area we were exploring at the end of last episode and the charge creepers and the vexes and stuff like that. Went through and cleared out the pantheons that were there. Found a bunch of loot. Mined the iron ore that I could find. There's a possibility that I might have missed a few patches here and there, but overall, excluding some miscellaneous mats and stuff like that, this is the general loot that we found overall. We got 10 iron ore, a couple more divine juices, a basic golden blade, a really good helmet that I kind of want. Overall. If only it wasn't gold, or if we had mending, then I would slam dunk that and use that. Some angelic pants, Olympus bow, which I kind of want to combine with this. I don't know how expensive that's going to be, but if we can get a Power 3 Flame 5 mending bow, that is going to go places. A pick, some gold nuggets, forbidden fruits, a smite stick, with a smite 5, Bane of Arthur 5, knockback 2, so a potential item that we could use at some point. Maybe if we run into a spidery heavy area again, that might be a good off weapon. And then just mutton. And before I get too deep into things, 13 XP, 3 XP. I'll take it. Perfect. I also toss on a couple of the items that we found in the Pantheon area, the angelic pants, which protection 3, fire protection, mending, and the divine boots, protection 3, featherfall 3, and mending. So that should work well for us. We're kind of in a full mending situation at this point. So I think the Eddie XP we're going to be getting is going to be so minuscule it's not even funny. At least the XP that goes to us. And I went ahead and I moved over. I don't know if I did this last episode, but I went ahead and moved over all the wolves and stuff into their own chests, so it wasn't clogging up our other stuff. But that said, I have a plan for today. So we've done a lot of looting in the various areas. I don't think I've gone kind of back to the frosty area and kind of properly looted my way through that. But if I don't have to, I'm going to avoid doing that. Today, we're going to be going back to what almost looked like a potential next forward base. And the off the yellow teleporter. And see where we can go from there. We did peek out here a couple episodes ago, and actually, I didn't even notice. I've been over here a few times, and I have not even noticed that there was a coal blocks here. I think that's actually good for us. We only have a very limited amount of coal blocks left at our base, and I don't think we have any coal or charcoal. So that will be good. I'll grab that off screen. We're going to head this way. Oh, hello. We've wandered over here before, and then we saw the lectern, and we could go either left, we can go right. It recommends going left first and clearing all of that, and then coming back and going right. I'm guessing that's probably just this is higher level area, and if we don't want to be completely boned, go do this stuff first. So I think we're gonna go into this eye-like area, and that's a beacon beam. Have we seen beacon beams before? I don't know if we have. I don't know if that's a good or bad thing. Oh. I don't know what happened there. I don't think we've really run into any beacon beacons before. I'm curious if it's a because I played a map a long time ago on stream, and it had beacons in the area, and the beacons were negative potion effects, and you had to pretty much deactivate the beacon in order to remove the negative potion effect area of effect. I don't know for certain if you can set the beacon to have negative potion effects. It might be something I have to look into, but I feel like it did, or it was just some command block trickery, which is a possibility. It was a long time ago, so it's hard to tell. Hell on Earth. Okay. So I'm seeing a lot of spawners and pigmen and skeleton. Oh. You spawn decently fast. Okay. We're going to have to take it a little bit careful through this area, just primarily because of the pigmen. If we hit the pigmen, good is in trouble. Because they have a pretty big aggro radius. I think it's like 20 or 32 blocks or something like that. It's pretty big. So we're gonna have to be careful for that. Ooh, a bunch of goodies. We'll take the strength arrows. Oh, blood. Knockback, fire aspect. Okay, something cute. Ooh, an attack bone. Okay. Painted arthropods, knockback, fire aspect. Interesting. Interesting. So we're gonna have to be careful with regards to attacking these mobs. We're gonna have to be, I think, doing just general crits on a lot of these attacks if there are pigments in the vicinity. Just because a sweeping, we have sweeping edge 10, and there's a good chance we'll sweep. We'll sweep a pigment. Okay. What do you got? Some husk. Oh, I don't like the looks of the potion. It's hard to tell what potion that is. Good chance it's either, well, the zombies didn't get affected by it. If it was Wither, they would have gotten affected by it. So there's a good chance it's either instant damage for the potential of healing them. It could be weakness, maybe, or nausea. Maybe nausea, because nausea is not going to have any effect on them. Or just in general, could be instant damage because it will heal them. Hard to say. I don't know if I really want to get hit by it to find out. It could be one of those effects that just insta kills you. Oh, okay. Well, we got hit by it. It's instant damage. Okay. Okay. All right. I don't know what that's supposed to be. It almost kind of looks like a zombie arm reaching up out of the earth, like a huge, like a giant or something. I wonder if that's the intent of that imagery. We're getting a lot of this blood. I wonder if we're going to run into a trader that's going to trade us for the blood. This is just a big, giant, functional zombie spawner. No. No to you. I think the heavens, it doesn't hurt. Is there another spawner? Yes, there was. Okay. So I think it looks like it was trying to be representative of a giant reaching out of its grave or something like that. Interesting. Okay. What we got here? This is a well. Okay, nothing of interest in here. Oh. Ooh. Okay. I was wondering if the hoe was going to drop. Glad to see one drop. Curious as to what is actually on it. Let's back up a touch. Did I Yes, I did. Blood scythe. Oh, hold on. Let me drop off a few of these. Blood scythe. Sharpness 1, smite 1, looting 5. Ooh, sweeping edge 5. Plus 110% attack speed, or plus 100 attack speed. 3 attack damage, and unbreakable. Ooh. You know what I see with this? We've been looking for a item to do our pig farming. So we have a non-durability item that gives fire aspect 5. Is it fire aspect? Yeah, fire aspect 5. Which if we boop the pig with it, they're going to die from the flame. We were waiting for a looting item, preferably a looting item that doesn't have durability because of the means of being able to farm infinitely with it. But because this is unbreakable, the looting 5, it's effectively a non-durability item, which is actually for us. That means we can more easily farm up food without the worry of spending a huge amount of time doing so, which is actually really good for us. And I hope you can't hear that, but I think there is a vacuum being used out in the other room. I may pause the recording here for a minute, just until that's gone. You know what? Let's do that. You may not be able to hear it, but I can hear it, and it makes me worried that you might be able to hear it as well. So let's pause real quick for a second, and I'll be back in a second. All right, I'm back. Would have been instant for you, but a few minutes from you. I think it was actually just a blender. Still noisy. Don't know if you would have heard it. It might have been too faint to hear, but wanted to make sure. We're going to have to be careful around the pigmen, as I said before. Because we have sweeping edge on our stuff. Oh boy. We're very susceptible to accidentally hitting them. Oh, did you put ice underneath? Soul Sin. Cheeky. Thank God for the extra health, because definitely taking enough that would have killed but a normal man. We are no normal man. We are rock. Rock with 40 health. Curse of Vanishing. When your shield hand protects you from poison. We haven't run into poison yet, so I'm not too worried. If we run into maybe a heavy cave spider related area, then it might be worth considering, but until that is the case, I'm gonna do no such thing. Nope, keep that. Some more blood. I definitely think we're definitely gonna run into a trader with how much blood that we're finding. We've got to run into a trader. I mean, that just feels like the obvious answer. Okay, we got this big house here. We got this little hut here. Outpost hut thing. Let's hit up this outpost hut thing first. And go from there. Oh, our pick is not looking happy. Let's put that off to the side. And hope that we can get some repairs from our mending. Oh boy. I don't quite remember the order that mending applies to things. I think it's going to apply to, and I don't remember if it applies to non-equipped things as well. Okay. I believe there is an order that it applies everything to. Nope. So we're going to have to see. Our sword is at a good durability, so I'm not too worried about that. But I really wish I remember the order that mending goes towards. But I think it is all stuff that's equipped to you. Block that off for a second. I believe it's all stuff that's equipped to you, or what's in your main hand. Okay, there we go. I think it prioritizes main hand when you get XP, and then it kind of loops around. I don't remember for certain. Oh, got a crit. The pigment around means I need to crit for certain. At least down there. Up here it is. Oh! Oh, pigment, don't get too close. I don't want to cause a pigment apocalypse. That would be the worst thing to happen right now. Okay. Elysian, you know what? Let's do this. Okay. Bunch of blood. I do see that that is a special book, so we will look at that here in a second. The eye. Nope, don't need you. Elysian Spellbook. Infinity 10. Useless. Curse of Vanishing. Scary. Created in honor of a great mage capable of controlling the power of rage. Ragecraft. Elysian. When in an offhand, 0.02 speed, plus 100% or 100 attack speed. That's pretty good. 1.5 attack damage. Pretty good. Plus an armor toughness, plus armor. Plus 0.5 knockback resistance. So it's giving, I'm noticing, and I don't know if it's giving it, I don't know if, I assume that's giving it to the main hand. I'm curious as if we have a normal weapon that we crafted, if that plus 100 attack speed is going to make it a insta-swipe attack speed. Which I'm really curious about. But also, I mean, we lose a bunch of, screenshot. We lose a bunch of knockback resistance. We get 5%. We hit 5% knockback resistance instead of 80%, which is, nah. We gain speed, we gain attack damage, armor and armor toughness, which we weren't really getting any armor toughness anyways, we were just kind of using it for the knockback resistance. I think this is actually a pretty solid weapon. Or, not weapon, but option. Now we have to absolutely sure we don't die. Because then we lose it. I think that's actually... Ooh. I think we should do, like... we 2 hit it instead of 3 hit it. I think that's the Curse of Vanishing is actually really nice balance to it. Because it seems like a really strong offhand. In a lot of cases, better than a shield. A lot of cases better than a shield. And pretty much, well, outside of being able to block projectiles, pretty much every case is better than a shield. So, I'm happy with that. I'm going to use it. It's probably one of the better pieces, if not best piece of our gear. I mean, excluding our pickaxe and our sword and stuff like that, but generally speaking, for me. Ooh. From a gear perspective, I think it's probably our best piece of gear. Oh, wow, there's a lot of creepers. Oh. Is there a creeper spawner somewhere? Nope. Okay, we need to get out of here. There's definitely some bad stuff somewhere. I don't like it. Oh, that looks like a teleporter that actually might be in our best interest right now. We do have, at least with respect to things, this blood scythe that I would really like to go back to base and not potentially lose. A vampiric tunic, prot 4 and breaking 3. It's actually pretty good. Get rid of the bones for. Get rid of the bones for that. Keep the blood. Keep the strength arrows. Attack bones. Yeah. Okay. Let's do this. Let's get over to that. Let's get over to this waypoint here. I might just grab a few things as I go. Flame 10. Actually, you know what? Let's grab that in a second. Once I've been secured and safe, we'll grab that. Yeah. Okay. Let me drop off my stuff real quick at base, and then we'll do a little bit of investigating into that castle. So I'll be right back. Just saying, this extra speed that we're getting is so good. In comparison to the negative speed that we were getting before, getting a little bit of extra speed. Adds so much. Adds so much. The escapability we have. It's kind of like a almost like a survival stat. Like the faster we can go, the quicker we can get away from trouble. It's kind of also means the quicker we can get into trouble potentially, but overall, I think one of the big things is the quicker we can get out of trouble. I don't exclude the fact that it can get us into trouble quicker, but for posterity's sake, yeah, I think that's the word. I wanted to include that in my my little notes. It does get us into trouble quicker, but also gets us out of it quicker. Okay. So, I remember seeing those balloons off in the distance before. We're not going to get into that this episode. We've been going for, I think, 20-ish minutes, give or take. So I think that is a next episode thing. But I think today we got plenty of time to at least be able to work our way through the, I guess, mansion, haunted house. I don't know what it actually would be considered. But we got at least enough time to work our way through this. So we're going to we're going to do that. Blood, strength arrows, attack bone. Let's start out, first things first, start out kind of securing the general area around this place. I don't want to have to, like, make a drastic escape or something and escape out into horrible things. Because that would be just my luck. Like, leap out the top floor window, hit the ground with like a half a heart left, and then one of these random mobs just goes sup and just punches me, and I die, and I cry, and I cry. Okay, make sure to get some torches around. I've been very lenient with putting torches down. I think. So gotta make sure to do that. Okay. Definitely, I don't think I've been putting as much as I should around. Oh, wither skeleton. When did you join the party? Okay, some goodies. Definitely of that, there's a lot of stuff that I'm never going to use. I mean, it's probably there more or less for, it's just a precaution, just in case you kind of, you die a lot. So more of a new player protection. So, I mean, all of these chests have a ridiculous amount of these, attack bones, which, for if you've got the gear, doesn't really do a whole lot. But if you are struggling with gear, it actually does a whole lot. So I can see the appeal of doing it. It's definitely a definitely feels like a kind of new player protection. There will, quote unquote, always be something there that you can kind of loot about with, or fight about with, which is, generally speaking, really nice. I think that's one thing that probably some newer map makers might struggle with is the kind of a loot distribution kind of situation, where they don't give enough loot, and then you kind of end up in a weird, awkward situation where you just don't have anything good in order to continue playing, and then you kind of lose motivation and stuff like that. So it's nice to see there's a kind of more of a lean towards excess amount of loot, even if it's redundant versus just not enough loot. Okay. Boy. And I actually should be a little bit more careful, because I don't know if this is a trapped carpet floor. It's been a while since I've run into traps like that. But I mean, prior to this map, been a while since I played, so it kind of makes sense. Ooh. Okay, we're going to try not to dawdle too long, because there is the potential that, generally speaking, this carpet is just a floating carpet over either a giant hole or void. I'm leaning probably towards non-void, but just even if it's over a giant hole, that we could potentially fall damage death. We gotta be careful. Okay. Also have to be careful with these paintings, because large paintings are inherently I don't like the sounds of... Oh, I think think it's me stepping on pressure plate. Oh, that was a mistake. I saw a mob, I attacked the mob without even considering it was a pigman. Okay, well, we made this hard mode now. Well, I figured it wasn't hard enough. Apparently. I think eventually they should lose aggro. Assuming we don't usually attack them, but I definitely just made things a little harder for myself than I needed to. I instinctively attacked a mob that came near me, and was not a good idea. Blood altar. It gives for a price. Okay, well, let's hope we can kind of just live out the. Oh, that's. We can survive out the anger. Altars. To activate, break the glass. Glass block and place the altar block in its place. The altar block is hidden somewhere in the world. There might be more than one. Altar of Blood grants strength 2 and jump boost 1. That's pretty good. That lasts until you die. The next time you die, you lose all of your inventory automatically. The multiplayer, when one player dies, so do the others. Everyone loses their inventory. I don't like that at all. The altar can't be reactivated. That I'm very conflicted with that. Because on the one hand, it's kind of a risk versus reward, which risk versus reward are always nice. However, on the other hand, it discourages you from actually wanting to do that in a lot of cases because CTMs, death is almost always inevitable in some fashion or another. Unless you're kind of playing in a more hardcore fashion where, well, I died. I lose the map. Then there's no real downside to it. But if you're playing in a traditional sense, then deaths are never that much of a burden. So it becomes more of a, well, you died. All that good stuff that you were carrying, well, it's gone. So I'm, from a more, I wouldn't say casual, but from a more general perspective, I don't think any sane person would probably want to carry or activate these that altar. I don't know if it's just altar in general, but I don't think any sane person would want to activate that altar, just given the high likelihood of potential death, which, by the sounds of later areas, is almost inevitable if you don't have the correct health, or even if you do, could be potentially inevitable. Meaning that all the best stuff that you're carrying on your person is automatically boned. My health is still high enough. Get you, skeletons. Need to rot in a hole. That's spawning a lot of skeletons. We need to get over there and break that. Oh. Let's do that for now. And can I peek and reach it? Yes, fantastic. Here, right spawner. Okay, should heal us up a little bit. Ow. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh no, you don't. Okay. Let's recover a little bit of happy health. Maybe poke some of these mobs while we recover, just as a means of mob control, I guess. Our health is not happy. If I can get myself back to full health, I think I'm content with doing a run over there. I think we're close enough. Doing a run over here. Taking out a spawner there. Okay. I think the big thing is just getting ourselves into a comfortable health range that I can, I can survive a creeper blast, or I can survive a few hits from mobs. How's our armor doing? Good old mending. Get rid of you. Get rid of you. You. Really want to deal with the blaze. Get rid of that. Do that. Okay. Ow. Hold on. Oh, that's a toolbox. Okay, we need to take out these spawners as quickly as we can. Secure this room as quickly as we can. I think that blaze spawner is on top of the box. Yeah, definitely on top of the box. Okay. Okay. We've at least neutered the room a little bit. Oh, my inventory space is not the best right now. We'll figure that out. Okay, let's get on top of the box real quick just to deal with the blaze spawner. The more secure I can make this room, the more relaxed I can be instead of just straight up stressed. Okay. I think we've fully secured this room at this point, other than you. Sorry, no admission. Okay. Found a new wall. I'm sure I can get rid of a nugget. Okay. Fantastic. So, we got ourselves the wool. There's more stuff in here that we're going to realistically going to need to grab. I'm not going to grab it right now. It's something we can grab off screen. And I think I'm going to take full advantage of that. So let's get ourselves back out of here and hopefully the safest manner we can. Get over to the teleporter. Then we can comfortably call it an episode instead of trying to call it there and just like dying on the way back. I feel there was another thing I wanted to show, but I don't remember what it was. What was it? I'm sure I'll remember after I stop recording. But perfect. We've managed to successfully acquire ourselves another wool, which we can add to our wool chest over here. That puts us at 9 wools, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, puts us at 8 wools. So we've officially completed half the map at this point. Fantastic. We managed to get ourselves some pretty good loot overall, I would say. I mean, unfortunately, it's most of it's leather. The chain stuff is actually really good. But, but I think that's a good time to call it for today. But between this episode and next episode, I'm going to go back and grab more of that loot that we saw that we just didn't have the inventory space for. And I think we'll continue on into the area that's just past the teleporter over there next episode. And we'll go from there. So thanks for everyone for joining as always. And I'll catch you all next time.